Hello.
Hello, it's so nice to meet you. I
Likewise.
love the few episodes that I've seen already. And the show has been going on for a while. This is your first season with the show. How intimidating was it to join this successful show? Because it must be mind blowing in a way. It's one of the most watched shows in the world.
I mean, there's that aspect of it as a show, and then there's the aspect of the cultural moment that I'm engaged with, that this moment that happened 26 years ago, that it has touched millions of people across the world and that people have wept about, and so you've kind of got both. I have the peculiar honor over the course of my career, having done a variety of films about political traumas of various different kinds, from 9/11 to Iraq to Afghanistan to Egypt. So it's something that I've become used to at some level in terms of the responsibility that you carry. However, this is, they're all different, and how you get to explore them is different. And I think also in particular in relation to The Crown, there is something just extraordinarily beautiful, which is that Peter says it's telling an intergenerational story, and it allows all sorts of resonances to grow over time. So that for me, that when you watch the Diana and Dodie story that everyone has been waiting for all this time, you watch it in the context of everything that's been explored previously. And I feel like there's this refrain that has been explored throughout The Crown. A phrase I like very much, which is that history doesn't repeat itself, but it rhymes. And there is this thing where there's like this tension between family love and what you owe to where you've come from and how you try and hold it. And then what happens when you find someone you love who is outside that, and the tension between those two and how you balance it. And that is then resonating in what we do, such that, you get to this point where, all you need is a glance from Leslie Manville as Margaret, as she's been with Charles and Camilla, for you to remember all that. Right, and how it reflects and deepens what you're seeing now. For me, one of the the big honors is that Dodie is a character who, for 26 years, despite the fact that he's been on supermarket shelves and in magazines on the periphery of vision, he's someone that people don't know and have not known.
So I was going to ask you, are you able to detach that historical weight of it and then just see him as this regular guy that is in love with this regular girl and they're figuring out their relationship, and it's out of proportion? Are you able to kind
Well,
of...
it's both. The funny thing is those two things are always in chorus, chiming with each other, right? The simplicity of our lives against the scale of our intergenerational aspects and what it says about us all as human beings, right?
Mhm.
And in the little details, you find extraordinarily large resonances. So what I was saying about Dodie, there's him as this figure that we've not known, and some people still ask me if he's still alive. But finally, after 26 years, hopefully with this, we get to know him a little, love him a little, and finally, after 26 years, mourn him. And that might seem a simple thing to mourn him, but inside is the question, why? Has that not been the case? And that curiosity towards him been there over that 26 years?
Absolutely.
And that then takes us to a bigger place, which I think he would appreciate it in some level. How many Arab characters have there been in the history of cinema on this side of the world that you get to know and get to love, and therefore when they die, mourn them? And there's so few or hardly any that I can think of. And what that says and means about our cultural and political imaginary. And I feel a debt of gratitude to Diana in relation to that, because I feel that that way of looking comes some level from her, because the way that she looked at people was through the light that shines inside them, not the color of their skin or their background or their status. And I map something from that way of looking all the way through to what we try and do here, because you can't know that time, that moment that has touched so many people without telling the story of them both.
Absolutely.
That returns dignity not just to Dodie, but to all of us, because at some
Absolutely.
level we're all that forgotten person that no one knows and no one is interested in the story of somehow. But actually, if you're going to portray anyone, you do them the justice of trying to search out the things that make you go, if someone knew them or if they're here still, they would go, thank you for trying to find it.
No, and you do it beautifully. The show is outstanding, really, and I just want to congratulate you for your performance and wish a lot of success. Thank you so much. It was lovely meeting you now after seeing your performance as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much. My pleasure.
Thank you.